Eric Schiffer back in. Eric, in a market like this, what do you tell your clients? Do you say put everything into cash and hide it under the mattress, or what do you do?
Well, I think it really depends on what their goals are. I think long-term, the companies that I certainly am supportive of and think highly of will do very well. But right now, there's a big issue. I mean, you have a market that, frankly, is a lot like a zoo that's let the animals out. The Fed was the cage, and right now, the Fed really has no power. It has no bullets. The volatility that they used to be able to control through mechanisms, they're not going to do it anymore. They're not going to control the volatility. So we're seeing, we're going to continue to see crazy volatility. I think the market has a lot more to drop, largely because of the risks that are inherent. And that's going to really be a big problem for investors.
So with that in mind, let's talk about some of the stocks you do like. Let's begin with Amazon. I mean, do you jump in now, or do you wait for it to go down further, if that's what you think?
If you're a long-term investor, Amazon is a great stock. It has probably one of the true visionary leaders that's alive today in Bezos, who just thinks really big. He's reimagined almost every industry. He is getting into almost every industry and succeeding at it. This is a company that in 10, 15 years could be 10x on what it's worth today. Great company, great leader.
You like it at this price, $550?
Again, I'm looking long-term. I think when you're really investing, this is more of a long-term play. It really is. I think if you're risk-averse, I wouldn't touch anything right now because I think there's a lot more to drop. But long-term, absolutely.
Stuart Varney will love you for this. You like Microsoft?
I do. And the largest reason for that is the cloud. What you have is you have this huge transition that's happening where products that they were under Ballmer, and frankly, one of the best things that's happened to Microsoft is that Steve Ballmer has left, frankly. I think he was horrible. You have now, with this new leader, frankly, someone who really gets the need to transition. They're transitioning well. You've got opportunity galore with Microsoft. I think it has great potential in the future now.
All right, 40 seconds left. The last one you picked was Oracle.
A similar story. You have, again, legacy systems. They have great relationships with so many enterprise companies, and they were always visionaries in terms of the vision of the cloud. And now these companies that have to figure out how to transition to the cloud are trusting Oracle to do it. They're growing like crazy. The cloud is going to be their growth story over the next few years. I expect them to do very well from a stock perspective and certainly from a revenue standpoint.
So what happens with oil, Eric, if it falls below 27 bucks, which is threatening to do now in the next several minutes, it appears? What shadow does that cast over the markets?
You know, I think there's two different diverging opinions. I think that ultimately it hurts when it continues to go down that low. I really do. It's no different than when the economy, or excuse me, when the stock market goes down. As it continues to go down, there's going to be a ripple effect in the economy. I think that if we see the stock market stay at this level or go down further, these growth estimates of 2–2.5% in the U.S., forget about it. I think you're going to see it get hit. And so there's always these types of implications, and certainly in this case, I think you're going to see that.
All right, Eric Schiffer, thanks for joining us on a tough day for the market.
Thank
the Dow
you,
now, thank you, off right around 400 points now on the Dow. With that,